Black tea has many health benefits. It comes from the same plant as green tea, but it's processed a little bit differently, which changes the health benefits somewhat. So black tea is higher in caffeine and it has a more energizing effect on our systems. It's also, as a result, very good for our cardiovascular system, and studies have shown that it may help reduce the risk of stroke. It's also a natural immune booster. It's got vitamins and minerals in it. It's great for our digestion as well. So lots of different reasons to drink black tea. It does contain some of the same antioxidants as green tea, but in a slightly different spectrum. There's a particular antioxidant molecule found in green tea called epigallocatechin 3 gallate, which I think of as the supercalifragilisticexpialidocious molecule. And it's very, very good for us. We find that molecule more in green tea than we do in black tea. And so if you're really, really interested in maximizing the health benefits of tea in particular, green tea just has a little bit more of certain substances. But that's not to say that black tea isn't still very, very good for you and a valuable dietary habit to get into. There's one population group that drinks a lot of black tea that's had studies done on the health benefits of black tea. They weren't able to reproduce those health benefit studies consistently in terms of how they compared to green tea. And it was in the UK. What they discovered is that when you add milk to black tea, you bind with the antioxidants in the black tea, which means that many of the healthful properties of the black tea are negated. It doesn't make the black tea bad for you, but it doesn't actually allow you to benefit from the many antioxidants and healthful properties that it has. There are certain factors that impact the antioxidant value of tea. So we know black tea is good for us in general, but it can be better or worse depending on the type of black tea you're drinking and how fresh it is, as well as how it's grown. Freshness plays a critical role in the antioxidant value of a tea. And it's the same thing actually with other foods as well. So for instance, if we're eating oils that are rancid and they've lost a lot of their healthy fats, they're not so good for us anymore. The same is true for herbs. Herbs contain a lot of antioxidants, but if they're not fresh, they lose their antioxidant value as well. And tea is the same. So freshness is a really, really critical factor in the health value of the antioxidants in your tea. Another is growing conditions. One of the interesting things about organic growing methods is that they put tea bushes under a certain kind of stress, and it's actually the right kind of stress that tends to produce higher antioxidant values. What's happening is that instead of being fed a lot of fertilizers, which causes a tea bush to grow more rapidly, the tea bush actually grows more slowly, and it has to actually become more resilient and hardier. If tea is grown organically, pesticides aren't used either, and pesticides actually protect plants from bugs. But if plants actually have to protect themselves from bugs, they develop stronger and more robust immune systems, which interestingly are also linked to their antioxidant value and their flavor.